Our second spiritual for March 9th is Sometimes I Feel Like a Motherless Child. Each and every note of this African American spiritual is filled with pain and despair, and all of this was born out of the terrible tragedy that was slavery. In the classic Slave Narratives, a book by Henry Louis Gates Jr., Harriet Jacobs, an escaped slave, wrote, "On one of those sale days, I saw a mother lead 7 children to the auction block. She knew that some of them would be taken from her, but they took all. The children were sold to a slave trader, and their mother was bought by a man in her own town. Before night, her children were all far away. She begged the trader to tell her where he intended to take them. This he refused to do." Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. It is often talked about from 3 perspectives. The perspective of a child who is separated from a loving parent. The perspective of a collective people that were torn from their home and forced into slavery. And from the perspective of a believer being bound to earth, kept away from their heavenly home. All 3 perspectives are important, and all 3 perspectives convey loss and grief. But the important word, for me at least, in this particular song is the word sometimes, which offers just a brief respite of hope. The video that you are about to watch and listen to is singer Bessie Griffin. She was born in 1922 in New Orleans, and at the age of 5, her mother passed away. They have no written documentation of her father that's known. So she was cared for by her grandmother. And her grandmother was involved in the local Baptist church. And it's said that that's where Bessie learned and loved music for the first time. This love of music and the love of the church led to a brilliant career as an American gospel singer up until her death in 1989. As you listen to this song, think about the 3 perspectives: a child, a person experiencing homelessness and oppression, and a believer experiencing longing. And think about that word sometimes and what it means to all 3 of these.